There's a question that quietly lingers in the minds of many as the years go by, a subtle but persistent feeling that something isn't quite right. You eat well, you stay active, you follow all the rules, yet your legs feel like they belong to someone else. The stairs in your own home suddenly feel like a mountain expedition, and pushing yourself out of a comfortable chair requires a little more effort, a little more time than it used to. Is this just the inevitable march of time, or is there a hidden saboteur in your daily routine, something you're doing with the best of intentions that is secretly undermining your strength? The answer is far more shocking than you might imagine, because the culprit isn't something you're failing to do. It's something you are likely doing every single day, with complete confidence that you are making a healthy choice. For decades, we've been told that fruits are nature's candy, pure, wholesome, and essential for a vibrant life. And for the most part, that's true. But here is the truth that few are willing to discuss. Not all fruits are created equal, especially for a body over 60. In fact, some of the most common, most beloved fruits, the ones you buy every week without a second thought, could be the very thing systematically weakening your legs, inflaming your joints, and stealing your mobility. These seemingly innocent foods can be a Trojan horse, delivering a payload of inflammation, sugar spikes, and acid that your aging body simply can't handle the way it used to. This isn't about scaremongering. It's about unveiling a crucial piece of information that could change the way you walk, move, and live for the rest of your life. What you are about to learn will make you look at your fruit bowl in a completely different light, forever. Pineapple, the silent instigator. Pineapple conjures images of tropical vacations and refreshing summer drinks. It's juicy, sweet, and has been celebrated for years as a natural anti-inflammatory powerhouse due to an enzyme called bromelain. It seems like the perfect fruit for soothing achy joints. But here lies the dangerous paradox for anyone over 60. While bromelain gets all the positive attention, the pineapple's other components, its high acidity and potent natural sugars, are waging a quiet war on your body. As we age, our metabolism slows and our blood vessels become more delicate. When you eat a fruit as sugary as pineapple, it unleashes a rapid flood of sugar into your bloodstream. Your body can no longer manage these spikes with the same efficiency it once did. This surge in blood sugar can damage the fragile capillaries that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your leg muscles. Over time, this diminished circulation leads to that familiar dragging ache in your calves, a persistent stiffness in your knees, and a swollen feeling in your ankles after even a short walk. It's a slow, creeping fatigue that you might just blame on a long day, never suspecting the slice of pineapple you had for a snack. But the assault doesn't stop there. Pineapple is intensely acidic. For a body already dealing with underlying inflammation or arthritis, this acidity is like adding kindling to a smoldering fire. It can irritate the sensitive tissues in your joints, contributing to that burning sensation in your hips and knees that makes movement a chore. Some people report a distinct feeling of heaviness in their legs after eating it, as if their strength is being sapped away. The most insidious part of it all is that the effects aren't immediate. There's no alarm bell, no sudden pain. It's a gradual erosion of strength and comfort, so subtle that by the time you realize you can't move like you used to, you'd never think to blame the healthy fruit you've been eating to reduce inflammation. Bananas, the muscle masquerader. Bananas are the quintessential go-to fruit for health-conscious individuals. They're soft, easy to eat, and famously packed with potassium, hailed as the ultimate fuel for muscle function and preventing cramps. It's the snack you grab for a quick energy boost, believing you're doing your body a favor. However, for an aging body, the banana's friendly reputation is deeply deceiving. Bananas are composed of fast-digesting carbohydrates and a surprising amount of natural sugar. When you eat one, this combination causes a rapid spike in your blood sugar, prompting a surge of insulin. When this happens repeatedly, your body can start to become insulin resistant, a state that fuels systemic inflammation and impairs circulation. And your legs are often the first to pay the price. This process manifests as a dull, persistent soreness when you walk, a heaviness in your thighs after a meal, or a stubborn stiffness in your calves that just won't go away. But the story gets worse. Bananas can also cause the body to retain fluid, particularly in individuals with pre-existing heart or kidney sensitivities. This fluid retention leads directly to swollen feet, puffy ankles, and stiff, uncomfortable joints that make every step feel labored. You eat them thinking you're supporting your muscles, but in reality, you may be contributing to the very weakness and pain you're trying to avoid. The effect is silent and cumulative. It won't strike you down after one banana, but over months and years, this seemingly innocent habit can make movement more difficult and painful, leaving you to wonder why your legs feel so heavy and tired all the time. Grapes, the tiny triggers of pain. Grapes seem like the most harmless snack imaginable. They're small, juicy, and pop in your mouth easy. They are praised for being heart-healthy and loaded with antioxidants. But hiding within these tiny, tempting spheres is a compound that can be particularly damaging for older adults: fructose. In high concentrations, fructose can overwhelm the liver. When the liver can't process it all, it converts the excess into uric acid. For many seniors, this is where the real trouble begins. Uric acid is a waste product that, when elevated, forms tiny, needle-like crystals that settle in the joints, particularly in the cooler extremities like the toes, ankles, and knees. This accumulation is what triggers the excruciating pain of gout, but even in smaller amounts, it can cause a low-grade, burning inflammation that feels like a constant nagging ache. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sharp, piercing pain in your big toe, or felt a sudden, unexplained stiffness in your ankles that makes walking difficult? It could be the result of something as simple as a handful of grapes spiking your uric acid levels. Furthermore, the fructose in grapes fuels chronic inflammation throughout the body, making every joint feel just a little bit stiffer and every movement a little more strained. The real danger of grapes lies in how effortlessly they can be overconsumed. You grab a handful, then another, and before you know it, you've eaten 2 cups without even thinking about it, flooding your system with a massive dose of sugar. So while grapes may look like a light, healthy treat, they could be secretly stiffening your joints and making your legs less flexible and more painful with each passing year. Watermelon, the deceptive hydrator. On a hot day, nothing seems more wholesome or refreshing than a slice of watermelon. It's light, packed with water, and feels like the ultimate way to stay hydrated. How could a fruit that is over 90% water possibly be bad for you? It's this very perception that makes watermelon so treacherous. Despite its watery texture, watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index, meaning its sugar hits your bloodstream almost as fast as pure glucose. For a senior, these frequent and rapid sugar spikes are incredibly destructive, especially for the legs. Here's how it works. That sudden rush of sugar forces your body to release a large amount of insulin. In an older body, where insulin regulation is often less efficient, this process creates a wave of inflammation. And where does that inflammation tend to settle? In areas with already compromised circulation, like your calves, ankles, and knees. This can lead to an immediate feeling of leg fatigue after eating, a dull ache during a short walk, or that persistent, mysterious swelling around your ankles that seems to have no cause. The light, refreshing nature of watermelon is a clever trap. Because it feels so harmless, it's easy to eat large quantities. 1 slice becomes 2, then 3. And with each bite, you're delivering another shock of sugar to your system. You think you're hydrating, but you're actually stressing your circulatory system and making your legs suffer. Oranges, the acidic assault on your joints. Oranges are the poster child for health and vitality. They are bright, fragrant, and synonymous with vitamin C and a strong immune system. We drink orange juice for breakfast and turn to them when we feel a cold coming on. But for anyone over 60, especially those already struggling with joint pain, The very thing that gives an orange its signature taste, its acidity, can be a source of chronic misery. Oranges are loaded with citric acid. While a younger body can process this without issue, in an aging body that is already fighting inflammation, this acid can act as a potent irritant to the delicate tissues in your joints. Imagine a slow, constant ache in your hips that makes it hard to get comfortable, a gradual stiffening in your knees upon waking, or an uncomfortable swelling in your legs after sitting for too long. You might chalk it up to aging, but that daily glass of healthy orange juice could be a major contributor. The citric acid enters your bloodstream and can exacerbate the sensitivity of your joints. When combined with the fruit's natural sugars, it also contributes to blood sugar fluctuations, which further fuels a body-wide inflammatory response. For an older person with slower circulation and aging joints, the effect is subtle but relentless. Every step feels a little heavier, a little more painful as the inflammation settles into your knees, ankles, and calves. You're consuming them with the firm belief that you're protecting your health, when in fact, you may be aggravating the very pain you're trying to prevent. Green apples, the hidden saboteur of healthy. Snacking green apples have cultivated a reputation as the smarter, healthier choice. They're crisp, tart, and less sweet than their red counterparts, making them the go-to snack for those watching their sugar intake. It feels like the safest bet in the fruit aisle. But this perception overlooks a double threat that can quietly cause leg pain, stiffness, and fatigue. The first danger is malic, acid, the compound responsible for the apple's sour taste. While beneficial in small amounts in an aging digestive system, it can be an irritant. As our gut lining becomes more sensitive with age, this acid can be absorbed into the body in a way that aggravates tissues, including joints. Some seniors report a deep ache in their hips or thighs after eating green apples, while others experience a low-grade heat in their feet or a restrictive tightness in their knees. The second, more hidden threat is the sugar. While they taste less sweet, green apples still contain a significant amount of natural sugar that can cause blood sugar fluctuations in seniors with slower metabolisms. This can manifest as unexplained leg cramps during the night, morning stiffness that takes hours to shake off, or a feeling of weakness when climbing stairs. The biggest problem is that green apples are often eaten raw, as a standalone snack, or even right before bed. This means their effects are delivered to the body undiluted and at all hours. They appear so clean and wholesome, but for an aging body, they may be subtly making your nights more restless, your joints more rigid, and your walking more difficult. Mango, the tropical sugar bomb. Rich, creamy, and decadently sweet, the mango is a beloved tropical delight that feels like a luxurious treat. But here is the unvarnished truth. For a senior with joint weakness or leg pain, the mango may be the single most damaging fruit on this list. The reason is simple and brutal: sugar. A mango is not just a little sweet. It's a concentrated explosion of natural sugars that sends your blood sugar skyrocketing faster than almost any other fruit. An active person under 30 might burn that off without a second thought, but after 60, your body's response is drastically different. That intense sugar rush triggers a massive insulin spike, which in turn unleashes a powerful inflammatory response deep within your body. This inflammation has a particular affinity for the soft tissues surrounding your joints, your ankles, hips, and especially your knees. You might feel it as a burning sensation in your toes, a tingling that won't go away, or a creeping heaviness in your legs that makes them feel like lead weights. Because the mango tastes so fresh and light, it's deceptively easy to eat a large portion, amplifying the damage. Your body doesn't care how light it feels. It only reacts to the sugar. Over time, this natural treat can lead to debilitating joint pain, unsteady walking, and a profound loss of strength. The healing alternatives: what to eat instead. Now that you know which fruits to approach with caution, the good news is that nature also provides a powerful arsenal of fruits that do the exact opposite. These are the fruits that fight inflammation, support strong circulation, and promote sturdy, pain-free legs. Eating the right fruits isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about actively healing your body. First and foremost are berries. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are nutritional superstars. They are low in sugar, packed with potent antioxidants, and are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. Most importantly, they help improve circulation, especially to the small blood vessels in your legs, which can combat stiffness, reduce swelling, and make movement feel easier. Next, consider cherries, but in moderation. Cherries are clinically shown to help reduce uric acid levels, making them a fantastic tool for preventing gout flare-ups and soothing joint pain. They can help quell that burning sensation in your knees or toes. A small handful, not a large bowl, can offer significant relief. Then there is the avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and it's one of the best you can eat for joint health. It's loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats that lubricate your joints from the inside out and dramatically reduce inflammation. It also helps regulate insulin, providing you with steady energy without the damaging blood sugar spikes. If you're looking for something gentle and easy to digest, turn to papaya. This soft tropical fruit contains enzymes like papain that aid digestion and help reduce inflammation. It's mild on the stomach and soothing for aging joints. Finally, don't forget pears. Eaten with the skin on for fiber, pears offer a subtle sweetness without being overwhelming. They provide your body with energy without putting undue stress on your legs. Each of these fruits works with your body, not against it. They don't inflame, they don't swell, and they help your body find the strength, balance, and comfort it craves. A final message for you. If you've made it this far, it tells me one thing. You care deeply about your health, your strength, and your future. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. It is not too late. You are not broken. You are not alone in this. Aging is a challenging journey. The aches, the stiffness, and the fear of losing your independence can creep in slowly, sometimes making you feel like your own body is betraying you. But the power to reclaim control lies in small, intelligent choices, not drastic measures. It's about taking charge, one meal, one fruit, one decision at a time. The fruits we talked about today aren't evil. They simply may no longer be the right fuel for your body at this stage of your life. And that's okay, because getting older isn't about giving things up. It's about growing wiser. When you start eating consciously, choosing foods that build your strength, support your circulation, and soothe your joints, you will feel the difference. Lighter steps, smoother mornings, less pain, more freedom. That is what this journey is about. Not fear or restriction, but empowerment. Your legs carry you through your life. It's time to give them the respect and the right fuel they deserve.